Namaste, my beautiful collective. We are doing a love reading for the full moon. I was requested this reading for the full moon eclipse over the weekend, along with, and I did a Mercury retrograde one last week, but along with the Mercury retrograde energy. So I want you to take a deep breath. Angel, spirit guides, what can you tell me about my beautiful collective for this coming full moon, for their love life, the eclipse, Mercury retrograde? We got it all. What can you tell me? All right. One more shuffle. So the first card we have is the Knight of Swords. Somebody rushing in to talk to you, possibly to give you an offer, and they're coming in really fast. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Have something to tell you. And then we have the Five of Cups, which indicates regret. And I think this actually came out in the Mercury retrograde reading. So, but with my other deck, my Wheel of the Year, that depicts all the Five Cups down. But do you see this card? And if you go back to it, you can watch that reading, you'll see what I'm saying. So there's 3 cups down on the ground with the wine spilled out of it, and there's 2 cups behind him that he's not looking at. Those 2 cups are that love. It's still there. So the love's still there. And maybe it's this Knight of Swords coming in. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So there is a lucky change in your life coming in. We then have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So somebody might have sweet-talked you in the past, but didn't come through. This energy is like somebody that is like a lover boy type energy. Not a player, but like a lover boy that really falls in love with love. And it's all energy. I always say it every reading. Male or female, tree, rock. It doesn't matter. But this is a male energy, usually a younger male energy coming in. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be. That might offer you this cup of love and then they run away or something like that. Usually that's just fear. With the wands, you usually get, in reverse, you get a player energy. But with this, I kind of get that it's fear. And it might be fear of being hurt, fear of being in love because they've had bad experiences in the past. And I mean, I think just about everybody has, But some people don't get it over it. Some people are deeper than others. Some people don't heal from it as fast as others. And they don't realize that, not everything's going to be the same. But what I kind of get is this man that's, or male energy that's, they want to offer you this, but I don't even know if they know how to come in and offer it to you. So it's upside down, so there can't be anything in that cup. Doesn't mean that there's no love there, but it does mean that they have some fear of it. Next is the Page of Swords. So they're also somebody, and I feel like it might be this Knight of Swords too. It could be the same person that's keeping an eye on you, watching you from afar, watching you from a distance. And we'll pull one more and then we're going to clarify. And maybe they're watching and waiting for things to grow or their finances to get better. All right, we're going to clarify in the next row. Okay, I had to move my incense. It was blowing right in my face because I have the ceiling fan on in my living room. And I live in a townhouse, so it blows right into my dining room, which it's beautiful out today, so it's getting a little warm. We're getting the warm weather is starting to come in. Okay. So, let's clarify these with the ancient Italian tarot. We might do a couple of rows. Angel Spirit Guides, please help me clarify these cards that have laid before us. Thank you. So we have the Emperor. So somebody is in the Emperor energy. This could be you. This could be somebody else. This is the King of Kings. So they may be observing you, watching you. They have a lot of knowledge. They might be a leader of some kind, entrepreneur. But they have a tendency to encompass all the kings in the deck. You see their cape in this one? I love this is one of my favorite decks. That's Ancient Italian Tarot. Do you see the coat on him? How it has all the moons and the stars on it? It's beautiful. In his hat. And actually, I think I have this wrong. This is the Hierophant. So some kind of serious offer may be coming into you, or that's what you're wanting, but I kind of feel like it's on its way into you. And you might also, I know this has nothing to do with love, receive, or could be a small gift from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Younger energy, male energy usually. Could be a gift if it's not from a lover or a relationship or a husband or a friend, boyfriend, whatever girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. It could be from a child. Or somebody that has a crush on you. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles coming in on their horse really slow. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Clarifying this Wheel of Fortune. So they might make you a financial offer too, or some kind of monetary offer here. And maybe it's this person that's had regrets in the past. And then we have the Star, Wish Fulfillment. So whoever this Knight of Cups is, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you might be their wish fulfillment. But they just don't know how to tell you. And that's rare. That's rare in, the dating world today, or the people. It's not too often that you, find that kind of connection, that you're somebody's wish fulfillment. Then we have the Page of Swords, which is the person that's watching you. And then it's clarified by the Four of Cups. So they might be unsatisfied in their own life, hiding their emotions. They might just feel like kind of blah. That things aren't working out the way they want them to, or, they see you, but they don't know how to approach you, that kind of thing, is what I get. Then we have the Ten of Cups, which is beautiful love coming in. Happy home, happy family, happy love life, happy everything. And there's growth because, watching this grow, waiting for that other pentacle to get up there. Happy love life. So, all right, let's go back to the other deck. And we'll clarify, and then we'll pull some oracle cards. Bottom of the deck energy is the sun. So I think this is what potentially you want or you both want. There might have been options in the past for one of you. And, you know, options are a fact. You know, here's the thing. The dating world, and one of the things I specialize in my readings is love. And I don't know why I ended up being a specialist in love. Because I'm single. I'm divorced, single. But I was married for 28 years. And I'm divorced. And I don't date very often. Part of the reason why I don't date very often, and please don't take this like I'm trying to talk about myself. Understand that I'm trying to make this relatable. So a lot of people that come to these readings are very spiritual, or they have interest in spirituality. And a lot of the people that they might be interacting with, say, are in the 3D. They're unhealed. They go from relationship to relationship, or they have options. So they don't know what the hell they want. And in today's world, what you see a lot, this is what I've gotten from a lot of my friends that date, or are, older that are divorced, and younger people too, is that, a lot of people are just unhappy with, they might date somebody, they don't like something about them, or they see somebody more attractive and they go to somebody else. Or, as an older woman, the big thing now is the men that are about my age, and this is a fact, and I don't mean to sound icky, but in my experience, they try to act like they're in the second childhood. A lot of these men at this age, they're divorced. They're on their own. And if they're remotely attractive, a lot of times, and I'm generalizing, I'm not saying that everybody is like this, or females too, you see them, it's both. But what will happen is with the males, they're remotely attractive and they'll go for a much younger woman thinking that that's what they want in life. And if that's what they want, that's fine. But don't try to get in a relationship with somebody and then run the other way. You know what I mean? Most of the people you find out there at my age are either unhappily divorced or they think that they're God's gift to women, if they're attractive or they have any kind of worth to them. Or you just get somebody that's has absolutely no ambition. They don't work. They don't do anything with their lives. And they accept the things that they have no goals in life, except for things that are really, excuse me, insignificant. So you get some that really shouldn't be on the dating scene because they have absolutely nothing to offer. And for me, I get a bunch of stuff that's against me, so I just kind of stay away from it. And I feel like if there's somebody special I'm going to meet, then I'm going to meet them. If there's somebody special in my life that wants to date me, and I feel like it's a worthwhile thing, then I will. But right now I'm single, and I'm pretty happy about it, actually. And it doesn't mean that I wouldn't date again, but I'm a psychic, I'm an empath, I'm highly spiritual. I work a lot. I work my regular job. I work giving readings, and I have my own businesses. I have a YouTube channel. I have TikTok. I have all kinds of stuff going on. And it's not like I'm unavailable. It's not like I'm so busy that I don't have time to date. I do get very busy, but, when I have dated in the past since my divorce, and I've only dated like twice, or two people that I only dated for very short periods of time, I would always leave the weekends open pretty much. Like I'd leave the weekends where I could work during the day and do my readings in the morning, or end my readings Friday night, and then, do things over the weekend, and then on Sunday night, early Sunday night, take a few calls, book a few readings. Because for me, that's how I support myself. That's how I've made it, and it's very expensive, and I'm a homeowner. I have an adult child that lives with me that works, and, he's not a problem, but I don't expect a lot from, as far as financially. I take care of everything. I don't ask for anything from anybody. I do it all on my own. And I can get busy. But a lot of times what I find is these people, they don't know what they want. So they'll get into a relationship, or they'll get into a dating situation with you, and the first month or two is absolutely like fantastic, or the first month. And you can usually tell by the first couple of dates how things are going to go. And then after that, like, things start to come up to the surface and they're revealed. And you always try to, like, at least for me, I'm the type of person, I'll give people the shirt off my back. I've changed quite a bit, where I'm very selective about who I do that for. But I'm still one of these people that try to look for the best in other people. And respect. I'm very respectful. So, I'll ask some questions when I'm dating somebody, but I'm not going to ask them a ton of personal questions. And then things start getting revealed to you that you're like, what? What? Huh? Or, they're just dating multiple people, but they want to pretend like they're just dating you, instead of being honest with you and saying, I'm dating multiple people. I'm not interested in settling down. I'm not interested in commitment. Fine. That's good. Have a nice life. Not that I want a commitment, but I also feel like intimacy is very sacred. So even if I'm dating somebody and it's not serious, I only date one person at a time. That's all I can handle. I don't juggle people. I don't juggle men. I don't juggle relationships. I'm a one-man woman, basically, and I can only date one person at a time. But they either are like that, and, they think now because they can get that little blue magic pill that they're like a stud like they were when they were 20 years old, and that's not true. It's kind of a joke. It's kind of pathetic. But that's what you get in the 3D world, is you get people like that, where they try to be spiritual, but they have so many negative, I call them entities or demons that they're dealing with, that they have to completely heal themselves and learn lessons still. So I leave those kind of people alone. I don't take them into my life. And some of them just don't know what they want, or they have absolutely no ambition to do anything but sit around and watch TV or movies. They get to a certain age where they're very set in their ways, and it doesn't matter, like, even if they're super intelligent or whatever, they're just very lazy about everything in their life. And that's not my thing. I am an active person. I get a lot done. I always have a goal in front of me. It doesn't mean I don't take the time to relax and enjoy. Or you get the ultimate partier that doesn't know how to do anything else but party. And that doesn't necessarily mean drinks. And the minute that, they know that you're not into that stuff, they try to hide it from you. like drinking. I don't drink that much, but then, you see them falling down drunk. Or I don't smoke weed, but, they smoke weed every single time they come over. They reek of pot. And I'm not against that stuff. It's got nothing to do with it. But when you're in your 50s or 60s and that's all you do, and you don't work, and you have no goals for your, no goals at all, and you're driving some crap box car that you can't get an inspection sticker on, or you just don't feel like doing anything, when you're supposed to be this highly intelligent person, there's lies going on there. There's lies. And I am not going to invest in somebody that's not at my level. And the other thing I just refuse to do anymore is like, if I really like somebody and I feel like they're worth it, and I can feel it and feel that energy, they have to at least be at my level. We have to align. And that's my biggest problem. And I think it's not only older people that are dealing with this. I feel like it's younger people too. And a lot of it has to do with social media, unfortunately. And it's a great thing to have social media. It makes life easier. You learn so much through it. It's a great way to connect with people that we've never been able to connect with before. I have friends and clients all over the world. So I'm not bagging on social media. And I mean, I have multiple social media platforms. But it's definitely changed the dynamic. And it could be positive or negative, depending on who you are and how you resonate with the world. So if you're a lower vibrational person or a younger person, and that doesn't mean that you're younger, that you're lower vibrational. It just means you're younger. And you haven't had the experiences in life, and you just want to date and just not commit to anything or anybody, that's perfect. That's fine. And even if you're older and you don't want to commit to anybody, that's fine. But don't get into a relationship with somebody and make them believe that. And know if somebody's doing this to you, it's not you, it's them. If you're coming in with an open heart and there was an attraction there initially and it just seemed like it was larger than life, know that it was some kind of fear that they walked away from. And that's my message with this. We'll end that right there. We're going to move on to the next card, which is the Six of Pentacles. So again, generosity somehow. So maybe this person coming in, whoever they are, we have mostly male energy cards coming out right now, but it's all energy. Maybe somebody wants to be generous with you again in some way. And it could be with their love. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. First reversal. Oh, second reversal. I'm sorry. So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. I just said that. I had to stop my camera for a second because I had a sneeze. Excuse me. Queen of Wands in reverse is usually a very toxic female, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius usually. Doesn't have to be. Someone that uses their power to manipulate. And again, I believe this came out in the last reading. When they're upright, they're creative and loving and sexy and beautiful and fun. When they're in the reverse, they're manipulative, drama queen. Likes to turn everything around and make you look bad. A lot of times narcissist females. It's all energy. Narcissistic females, drama queens. Psychopathy, that kind of energy you get. Very manipulative, very argumentative. The in-your-face type of person that just loves revenge. Like lives on revenge and lives on one-upping everybody. That type of energy. So maybe that's caused a problem in the situation. I feel like you're spiritually protective with the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Star card, and the Ten of Cups. So, and I get that vibe also, that this pile, this collective, is very spiritually protected. So any kind of manipulation is going to blow up in this person's face. So no worries. But they are going to try to come in with this devil energy. This could also be obsession over something or somebody, or feeling chained or bond. Or maybe this male energy that came in feels bound to this female. Maybe she uses sexual manipulation or emotional blackmail to keep them in a situation. And you see that a lot with people, you know, especially like divorced people. You know, well, I'll sue you, or, you know, lawsuits, threats, or, you know, you won't see the kids. I've seen some, especially with this energy. I'm not saying in every divorce, but this would be like an unamicable situation. And they might feel bound to this person because of emotional blackmail. And maybe that's what's keeping your wish fulfillment at a standstill, or in the past it has been. And we have this came out in reverse, but this is usually competition. Options competition. But in the reverse, I feel like this is ending. No more fighting. The swords are down. And yep, because this Ten of Pentacles, this beautiful, happy family again, financially abundant. If you see this couple, they're a power couple here. They have everything that they want. All right, so let's do one more row of the Ancient Italian Tarot, and we'll do some oracle cards. So, I mean, this to me is the future, what's going to happen. So somebody's watching things grow, and in past and present energy may feel a little bit shaky, but there is this beautiful star wish fulfillment. There could be some little hiccups, but this is what ultimately both of you want. Whoever this other person is. Or this could be somebody new coming in. Multiple people. Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Or if you're, you know, if you identify with male energy and it's a female, be careful of this Queen of Wands. You know, just be really careful of her, because she will cause some problems. Or if she's already in your life, I feel like there's something already going on. All right, so let's do this King of Cups. So somebody wants to give you their cup of love. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Doesn't have to be. And they may be having this tower moment right now, like an epiphany sometimes too, or things have to be torn down in their life in order to have something with you, is what I get. But justice will be served. And do you see how it's over this Queen of Wands card? She is going to get her justice. And that ain't good. You see the lights coming down? This guy's like afraid of the light because he's been living in the negative, lower vibration. Again, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Power couple, happy, financially abundant people together. And then the World card, completion of a cycle, beautiful things about to happen. So just because we're in retrograde energy doesn't mean that wonderful things can't happen. And then we have the Chariot. So movement forward in this situation. Thank goodness. So no more stagnation. No more heartache. No more stagnation. Movement, possible travel. In the other decks, it's the horses are two different colors, white and like dark brown or black, which is the yin and the yang for me. He holds a sunflower. This is like the road opener card. This is the Chariot. This is moving forward in the golden chariot. Spiritually protected. So it looks like something beautiful is going to come in for you. It is possible travel as well with the Chariot. And the completion of whatever this is, I feel like this is somebody you may already know, but it doesn't have to be. It could be somebody new coming in that has really good qualities, which is kind of a sigh of relief, especially with that other tangent I went on about the dating, because, you know, it's really difficult. And it's like, you know, I have so many other things that, and I just don't waste my time with people that don't put the effort in with me or the energy. I don't expect people to kiss my behind, but I do expect reciprocity, and I do expect being treated well and respect. And it's not easy to find. It's you know, there are very respectful people out there, but when it comes to dating, a lot of times, if somebody is not aligned with you, you kind of see the ugly side of things with them. And, you know, I always try to tell people that know your worth. Know your worth. Know that what you're worth. And the people that aren't meant for you, remember this, because I was like, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm the most wonderful person in the world, but I do pretty good. You know, I'm very spiritual. I try to help other people out. I constantly work on myself. I constantly try to improve myself and my attitude, always. I try to be kind to everybody. I try to be loving, which I always have been. I love to please people, but there has to be a level of reciprocity. There has to be a level of respect. There has to be a level of balance. Balance is what it is. And it's not for a manipulative reason. It's because I am, you know, as far as me or as far as people in general, I feel like you want to bring in instead of going through all these multiple heartaches and disappointments, because we all have feelings. Even if you're dating, we all have feelings. I want to bring in the most optimum, I can't talk anymore, optimum, it's Mercury retrograde, the most optimal love relationship or I'm not going to say commitment, but companionship for me. I don't want no half-assed dating situation. I don't want to get married, like, you know, immediately or get into this deep commitment, but I want to get to know somebody. I want them to treat me correctly. And I want to enjoy myself. And I will do things that help that situation. But when one person is working harder than the other, or they don't have enough value in themselves to see that they're stooping down, they're stooping to a lower level, to bring somebody in that's completely like in the 3D, they're a sheeple, or they can't respect or love anybody else because they don't love themselves. And when you have a closed heart, you can't open yourself up to love. And if you can hurt people and be okay with it and jump from relationship to relationship with your little blue magic pill or your hair extensions or your Botox, you know, if you're a female or a male, whatever, or whatever you identify with, you get some new leaves on that tree. If you can jump from that and bounce around like that and hurt people and be okay with it, shame on you. And whether you believe in karma or not, the universe has to get back into balance. So that's why we call it karma. And if you look back from now into your past and you look at your relationships from a point where you are now, or say like you were, say it was the last day of your life and you look at a point of your relationships, how did you treat those people? How did they treat you? That can teach you so much about what needs to be changed, whether you need to heal and get more value for yourself, or you've been picking the wrong people, or you've been too easily infatuated, or you just, you know, you don't vet people out. It takes time sometimes. It does. And there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of crazy energy right now in the world. So just be careful. I feel like something beautiful is going to come about and come out of it. Don't get discouraged with this energy. It could be like kind of up and down, in and out energy right now, but it looks like it's a beautiful outcome. Let's do a couple of oracle cards. We're going to start with the spirit animal deck. We'll grab one card from there. So I got a couple of appointments later on. I got to get on the phone for. Okay. Let's grab a spirit animal deck card. And it's the owl spirit. You can see clearly now. Number 43 may be significant to you. How pretty that little owl is. You're beautiful. So maybe you're seeing clearly. Maybe this reading helped you. Maybe I'm just talking crazy. I don't know. All right, let's do an... Ooh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't expect that to happen. Let's see what we can do here. I have my camera Mickey Moused here. That's what we call it. So you can kind of see the table. You can see my step ladder. I'm painting. So I got some boxes and stuff on the floor and a step ladder. And it looks like a construction site in here a little bit. And I just want to leave it out because when you get to be my age and you're painting ceilings, it can do a number on your neck. So I had to give myself a little rest during my work week, my Monday through Friday. And I'm going to resume painting over the weekend and try to finish up my ceiling and my downstairs bathroom. My downstairs bath, which is also my laundry room. And my upstairs one is my next project. And then my kitchen cabinets and counters. I got a whole list, and that's how I am all the time. So I do drive people crazy. And it doesn't mean I'm like that around about the house all the time, but I always have to have a goal or something to work on. A lot of my work has to do with spirituality, but I like just to have goals. So, you know, that's kind of looking a little shabby. So why don't we redo those cabinets? It doesn't mean it's constantly home remodeling with me, but, you know, everybody's got their things. I like to design, to decorate, to make things look beautiful. I like to beautify stuff. Whether it's, you know, myself, or my hair, my makeup, or my home, or my clothing, or food. I love to cook. I love to make people happy by seeing them eat. I love to go out in nature. I love to garden. You know, everybody's got their own hobby. Some people like to play video games. I love music. Some people like to swim. I love to swim too. Some people like to do a lot of sports or play softball. Anything that you have that's an interest of yours or a goal of yours, you have to have those things in life. Because it makes you put the work in to something. It makes you invest in something. And it makes you learn that you can create beautiful things in your life. You know, one thing I can't do that my whole entire family could do, and I will not do it, is sew. Like my grandmother, I just found some sheets that belong to my great-grandmother that say good night on the pillows, a sheet set for your bed, that say good night, good on one pillow and night on the other, in Italian, hand crocheted with like thread. It's beautiful. All this lace crochet, it's unbelievable. It's over 100 years old, and I found it. I thought I lost it when I bought my townhouse and I sold my other house. And I found this beautiful sheet set, and I used to always put it on my bed at Christmas time with, you know, with a beautiful, like a red velvet or a red down comforter, and it just was so beautiful. And it was kind of like, how do I put it? Like a dedication to my ancestry, my grandparents, my great-grandparents. And they were all, that's what she did when she bought apartment buildings and stores. When she came here from Italy, she sewed men's suits. And my great-grandfather, who was a mayor's son in Italy, came over here and he sold produce, fruits and vegetables. And they lived in an apartment. And when they were able to make a little bit of money and tuck it away, they bought one building and then another building, and then they opened a store. It's goals, and I feel like that's genetically in me. But it's always good to have those goals, and you create your own reality. But it does take work. Whether it's physical work or spiritual work, it does take it. So let's see what the Archangel Messages from the Angels card says. Going off on another tangent, and I got to get through this so I can help my customers out. Let's see. We have Archangel Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. That's really beautiful. And that's got a lot to do with it. People, they, are around. Sometimes they get stuck on an old relationship that didn't work out, that they might still have anger or pain from. And they just need to heal from it and know that not everybody is like that. There are some good people left in this world, and I strongly believe that. And there's somebody for everybody. There's somebody for everybody. Our world is so vast today, it's not easy, But we're more selective. We don't, there's not as many arranged marriages. You have more of a selection than you would in the village, which can be good and bad. Because maybe in the village, you could have maybe not been in love, but maybe you could have been. Maybe that's all you needed. Instead of all these options and choices that overstimulates us sometimes too. But at the same time, there wasn't a lot of options back then, Which has caused many generations to keep healing because of trauma. But nonetheless, I'm sure there was a lot of beautiful, beautiful, situations as well. And it's like that today too. I know people, I have relatives and friends that have been in these beautiful relationships and marriages for years, decades, and everything's still perfect. And not that it's always perfect, but you know, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful relationship. I come from a family, although my parents were divorced, they always got along. They always spoke. And they almost got back together once or twice. But my aunts and uncles were all married 30, 40, 50 years. Some of them, my grandparents were married 52 years. You know, these people were like, you know, a lot of it was the World War II generation. But they stayed together and they made things work. And sometimes, you know, you have to sacrifice things or you have to go halfway with somebody. And a lot of times when you're not healed, you'll cut people off because you're guarded and you don't give them a chance. But at the same time, sometimes you give people the wrong chances. So you have to really know your balance and know your worth, you know. It's the truth. So yeah, a beautiful, abundant power couple type relationship coming into you. We don't know when, but I'm going to say I give my readings about 2 months. I didn't do timing on this. Within the next 2 months, there's a potential for this. There might be a little bit of ups and downs in the meantime. Through the Mercury retrograde, full moon, somebody might be really emotional, and the eclipse, or cut off, one or the other. It almost sounds like my Mercury retrograde reading. It's not that much different. Moonology. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So the new moon in Gemini is going to be at the end of May, early June. So maybe that's the timing we're looking for. We're going to do a romance angel, and then I want you to think of a question for the end, and we'll see what we get from the angel answer. So we're going to do one more oracle, angel answer. Romance angel, and then the angel answer card. For my beautiful collective, I hope this helped. I hope I didn't bore you with my tangents. What happens? I get chatty Cathy after work. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So if this is something that you really, really desire, pray, manifest, visualize, use affirmations, maybe do a what do you call those things? A vision board or whatever you call it. I think it's a vision board. Something like that. Manifest, write it down, journal. Use crystals, manifest. But not against a specific person, because sometimes that can bring karma or things that you don't want. If it's not the right person, but you think it is, you know? And sometimes it can bring your soulmate, but you have to be very careful about that stuff, because it can backfire on you. So just say, I want my soulmate to come in. Don't say, I want so-and-so to come in. And if that's the trait, so, you know, that person is somebody that has the traits of something that you love, if they're the right person for you, they're going to come in. You don't have to say their name. You don't have to, you know, manifest about them. Specifically, you can manifest your soulmate. Angel answers. Think of a question, and we're going to answer it. And this is going to be the last card. One more shuffle. And what do we get here? It says to trust. So trust in the divine. I know, for impatient folks, trust in divine timing is like saying, all right, you got to wait some more when you've been waiting forever. But trust that good things are going to work out. I get 2 months for some kind of a situation to come in for you, a love situation that's going to be beautiful. And I feel like you might get some communication over the full moon and eclipse 15th, 16th of this month. But then we got the new moon in Gemini with the Moonology cards, which would be, the new moon in Gemini would be end of May, early June, when the next new moon is. And I'm not saying that the moon has to be in that sign, but the sun is in Gemini until mid-June, mid to late June. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Sending love and blessings to you all. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.